guys. All right, I finally am making the video about the Advent calendar. If you follow me on Facebook or you watch my videos on YouTube, I do Facebook Live every Tuesday. This week I have to do it on a different day. But if you follow me on my site or wherever, you've heard me talk about the Advent calendars. And I finally decided I'm not going to do Facebook Live with it because it's a little more complicated. So we're going to do this video, and hopefully I'll have it done by the end of October 14th week. And so, you ready? You want to see it? Ta-da! This is what we're making. Isn't it cute? Well, actually, this one's not cute. This one's just so pretty. This is the one we're making in the video. Okay, I'm super excited about it. I love it. I love that it's blue and green. It's a little different than red and green. And I'm gonna have another one I'll show you at the end, but this is the one we're making. So we're gonna do it step by step. It's gonna be a long video, but it's so much fun. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I've got here, and I got this on Amazon. I will have a link to it on YouTube and on my site on the post about this. I am an affiliate, so if you click on it, I might get commission on it. It won't be any additional cost to you or anything like that, but so that's what it is. Okay, so this comes and it's like birchwood. See, I haven't painted this side yet. And I decided for this one, I did want to paint. I'm going to show you another one that I've already done, and I did not use paint on it. So you don't always have to, but for this one, I decided to do that. Okay, so I just got, this is Deco Art acrylic paint. This is Snow White. I have tons of acrylic paint. I'm just gonna put it right here on my glass mat because I don't have to paint a whole lot of it because I've already painted all the drawers and the back and everything else. We're covering it with so much paper that you're not gonna really see too much of it. I have a full box of acrylic paint, and especially when my kids were doing projects for school and stuff, tons. I got colors in there. I'm like, I'm never going to use that. But, I might need a little more. Let's see. Our house is finally getting back to normal. We did have Hurricane Milton. Let's see, this isn't a live video, but it landed a couple of days ago, just south of us. So we had we had some gusts that were about 75 miles per hour. We had our shutters on our windows. We had all our stuff in the pool from the outside, like all our furniture, outdoor furniture, threw it in the pool. Yeah. So, but we're okay. We lost a quarter of a shingle on our roof, and we lost four panels on our pool cage, the screens. So we have to get that repaired, but, we never lost power. We are in a somewhat newish neighborhood, and all our power lines are underground, which is huge. All of Florida should one day be all underground underground power lines, because it makes a huge difference. And we had it flicker a couple times, but then we never lost it. So that's huge. That is huge. We do have a generator, but we have never had to use it here. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna start showing you how we're gonna decorate the front. Okay, so it's still a little wet, so I don't wanna set it down, but you'll see that there's 5 across and 5 down. So it's all 25. So for an Advent calendar, typically it is through the 24th. This one is gonna be December 1st through Christmas Day, December 25th. So what I wanted to do, I'm just gonna set this over here. Hope it doesn't touch anything, let it dry. Okay. what I wanted to do, I wanted to come up with 5 different papers that I wanted to use on it, and I wanted to come up with 5 different embellishments for the front. So as I went through everything, this is what I'm going to use. I've already die cut all of them, but because, I mean, I'll give you the dimensions on it and everything else. All right. So for the Festive Glimmer that's in the mini catalog, it has, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, and it also has Cherry Cobbler, but this is all blue and green. So I'm going to use both of those. And then the wood specialty paper, which I see if I can hold it up and you can see it's embossed a little bit, and it's got like the wood texture on it. I love that. So we're going to use that one. So, and then, I don't know why this is over here, but that's okay. And then this is the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. And so this has a ton of different ones. So we're using several from that. So when it's Designer Series paper, you can, obviously if you're using a set, you can use several of them. So what I did was first I measured the drawers. I measured these. And what I came up with is each one is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, I got everything written down here on my Post-it notes. Okay, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I just cut all the paper, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, because you need 5 of each one, because you're doing 5 and there's 25, so you need 5 of each one. So here they all are. So this is what they look like. But since you have a little half of a circle there on the top, and if you're pulling them out, obviously you don't want paper sticking up there. What I have every single kind of circle punch I've ever owned. This is a 3/4 circle punch, and so that's what I did on the top of them. Okay, and I haven't done it on all of them. I'll show you on one. And then the next thing is you're gonna decide, I had to decide, what do I want on the top of each one? I wanted the numbers, but I wanted to decide what embellishments I want on them. So I went through all my dies and I picked out several. And I'm gonna show you that. For the reindeer dies, we're gonna use the wreath. We're gonna use the present. There's that part, and then this part. This is all from reindeer, okay? And the holly. There's the holly and the parts that go on the holly. And then that's reindeer. And then this is, hang on, let me make sure I've got them all over here. Okay, so then I have this little tree, and it is from Snowy Wonder. And then I have a bow, and that one is from Light the Year. So here's the reindeer. It's missing, obviously, those, but there's those. And then the Snowy Wonder, obviously it's for, I've made another card with them, but it has that little tree. You just, obviously you have to go and look at your dies and decide what will fit on there, and it doesn't hang over or anything like that. So the tree is from Snowy Wonder, and then Light the Year is where I got the bow. Okay. So those are the dies that we're using, and we're going to use our 3/4 inch circle punch. Let's see. All right. Oh, here they are. I was like, okay, where did the rest of them go? So here's what I did with the wreath. Right there. And there's the holly. So that's the Granny Apple Green Glimmer. This is the Garden Green. Here's the present. Here's the bow. And there's the tree. Okay, so I do for every single one is, I'm trying to find a good way to describe this. Every single one that is this paper is going to have the same embellishment on it. So this is the wood grained paper. It's all going to have this wreath. All this is from the Winter Meadow one. It's all going to have the present. This one's going to be the holly. This one's going to be the tree. And this one's going to be the bow. Okay, so you can see I've already die cut all of them. So they're like, this one is that, this one is that. So I got them all here, and then you got to decide which numbers to put on them, which, you know, I never put them in order. I mean, I guess you could do 1 through 24 or something like that, but all right. So for the top, I don't worry about doing this perfect, you know, I mean, it's just a little, I'll show you my other one. They don't have to really be perfect. I've already got them cut on some of them. I just think, circle punches, whenever circle punches retire, I'm keeping it. One and 3/4 by 1 3/4. So it's pretty easy. You just take your paper, cut it first at 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 1 3/4. You need 5 of them. So it's pretty easy. All right, let's get the die cut machine and we'll start die cutting all these. I'm not gonna make you sit there and watch me die cut 4 things of each. So I've already got most of them die cut, but I wanted to show you while I do it, how I do it. All right, so here's my Granny Apple Green glimmer, and that's what we're doing the wreath with. And I'll show you how I do the numbers too. Those are not stamps. That is just something that I processed on my computer. I did it on Canva, and so, okay. So there's our wreath. These are all pretty easy. These are not real complicated dies or anything like that. So it makes it pretty easy. Okay, so we got the wreath. And then let's do the holly, because that's our other glimmer. And this one I'm going to use the garden green. And so what I do is I just put this down. It's about 2 inches by 2 inches. So I'm going to cut 2 inch of that, and so we can die cut them. All right, so here's the 2 inch by 2 inch. Let's see, come on. There we go. And we'll do the berries. We're just going to do those white. So, okay. Okay, for the present, I have a tape on the back of them because before I wanted to glue them all the way down, I wanted to make sure I like the way they look. Lost Lagoon. So, you know what? Let's make this go a little faster. All right, so the present is Lost Lagoon. The bow is Blueberry Bushel. Let's do that. while we're doing this. And then the tree is garden green. All right, this is a little scary if you're doing them all at once, but this is not like something that has to be perfect. Make it go a little faster. All right. All right. So there's our present. So cute. All right, got it. There we go. There's our present and our bow. Okay. And there's our tree. I really need to get one of my tools over here to help me get all this stuff out of here. Let's see, here we go. There's our tree. There's our bow. Okay. Okay, so I got all those die cut, and now we're gonna do the last of it, which is the bow for the present, and then the berries for the holly. So, and those are all just basic white. And none of this is, you know, this is all easy to glue down. It's not like, you know, super, super small or super intricate or, you know, like just, you know, how there's some dies that it's like, you got to use the adhesive sheets on them. Okay. Need my other one. Okay, so we got all of it die cut. And now we're just going to start assembling it. And I'm going to show you the numbers too. I'm just going to take all the tape off of these. Just do a couple and then I'll do the rest. You know what? You know what I'm going to do first before I start losing stuff is all my dies and put them all back where they belong before I lose them. All right. The bow is Light the Year. Okay. Snowy is the tree. Just have a lot of stuff laying around and it's just better to put them away while you can. And then the rest is all reindeer. Now I will okay, so I was just looking and here's the reindeer. It would fit on there. That would be really cute. You could not do, well, let's see. Yeah, this would be too big. I guess you could cut it off. Yeah, you could cut off some of it and have the reindeer on there. That would be really cute. I have 3. This is just one of them. There's another one that, oh, I can't wait to share it with you because it's really cool. I hope to make that video soon. And then I'll share another one that's using the same one as this that I've already done at the end of this video. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, so I created this in Canva for numbers because we just don't have dies that the numbers would fit on this without covering up everything. So this is what I did. And I used the same punch to punch them out. Just, this is on printer paper just to show you, but I printed it on basic white paper. When I first did it, I cut them out with like a 1/2 inch. No, what did I do it with? This is 3/4. I did it with something bigger and I didn't like it. So see, it was a little bigger and I wasn't crazy about it. So so I just did it this way. That's 6, so this is 9. But I had all of them like that. So I'll punch them out. I just don't like to waste paper. You know what I'm saying? This was basic white anyway, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to print them again. So I'll punch all these out so that they fit in there. But okay, so I like to just get all the ones that are the same when I start assembling them. Let's see, it should have 4. All right, here's the green ones. They're the bow. And the numbers can all be done last because nothing goes on top of the numbers, or, right, nothing goes on top of the numbers. All right. Oh, come on. Oh, it's trying, it's trying. Oh gosh, I'm probably gonna have to, yeah, hang on, I gotta get it started. And of course I got it started and it came out of there like that. Ah. All right. Glitter paper is hard. That's why I'm starting with the glitter paper. I'm gonna get a block and stick it on top of these when I'm done. It's just, it's hard to get stuff to glue down on top of glitter paper. Fortunately, this glitter paper is see, it just doesn't want to stay on there, so I have to get it. But see, on the back, it's just regular paper, so it's easy to glue down on stuff, but to put stuff on top of it is a little hard. Yeah, see, it really doesn't want to stick. Okay, and our last bow. Okay. All right, let's get a block to stick on top of them. Okay, and all right, that's the only glimmer paper we have as the base for the drawers. And see, these will be easy to glue down. Well, let's go ahead and do those. I love this paper. Oh, you could color it. Oh, it's just really pretty. It's in the annual catalog, the main one. Okay. My youngest son, he's still in high school, he, for the entire week of the storm, the Milton, Milton came on Wednesday night and lasted for us until middle of the night. But my youngest one, who's, like I said, still in high school, his school was canceled Monday and Tuesday before, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then now Monday of the next week. I'm obviously doing this on the weekend, and there's a good chance it might be canceled Tuesday too. It's all because we're, you know, like I said, my neighborhood's fine. The neighborhoods around us are fine. There are other neighborhoods that are really flooded, and then obviously there's people with devastation. I mean, just so it's such bad damage. But if the school buses can't get to some neighborhoods, then all the schools canceled. So that means there's going to be online stuff, and he's going to be really thrilled about that. All right, so there's our white. Okay, and then, oh goodness. All right, let's do these because I see them all staring at me. This is the one with the little tree on it. Use this. My middle son, he is in college in Tampa, which is the area we live in. He's about 30 minutes away. And my husband just left to take him back to college. They're back. They've cleaned up the damage they had. The power came back on. So he was home for a full week, which was nice. It's always nice to have him home. And he did tell me, not this time, but one of the other times he was home, I said, what do you miss about home? He said, your food, which I love. I love to cook. I mean, not all the time. There's some times where I'm like, I do not feel like cooking, but I do like to cook. So, and obviously for, a 19-year-old to tell me that he misses my cooking, that made me really happy. Okay. So there's those. Now, what are we going to do? Let's do got one more. Is it that one? Let's see. My paper right here. Yeah, it does get a little lighter. We'll try it. It's a little, well, that one's a little light too, so it's not all going to be the same. All right. All right. How do I have it? I have it like this. And I cut it off. This one does hang over the edge a little bit. You can see how I cut it off right there and right there. So I do cut that off. You could try just let it hang over, but I just feel like it's gonna, especially if this is being used, like I'm just keeping this, I'm just using this as something to display. But if we're gonna use it for something, I mean, my boys, when they were little, I had advent calendars and all this stuff, and they loved it because I put candy in there and all this stuff. If you've been with Stampin' Up! A while, or been a demo with Stampin' Up! Or a customer with Stampin' Up! For a long time, they had one year, it was called the Peekaboo Frame Dies. And I had a class where we made an advent calendar using the Peekaboo frames, and I designed it also, and it's displayed every year in my house. But that class was, you can ask any of my friends that were at that class, we were almost kind of like punch drunk because it took so long. So yeah. All right. Those should be dry. I'm gonna let those. Okay, what do we have left? Oh, we only have one left, right? Yep, we only have one left. Yeah, see this paper is that on the back. So that's one sheet of paper. See? So you don't have to use a whole lot of paper to get these all, let's see. Okay, we're going to put it over to the left side. Oh yeah, I gotta move these down some because the bows. Oh, there goes my dog. Okay. All right, hang on. Okay, got them all lined up here. Here's all 25 of them. We're going to add some pearls to the bows, but I'm not going to do that until after they're on the drawers. So what we got to do now is we got to figure out how we're going to arrange them. Since I already did these before, this is how, for the first row, this is what I came up with. Okay, so let's figure this out. You don't want them, you know, too close. You're going to get some close to each other as you go along. It's just not, you just can't not do it. I know that sounds weird, but see, and so this is going to be close to that. Well, let's just keep going and then we'll figure it out. It's going to look good no matter how you have them on there. I mean, they always look good. Well, this is going well. You can tell because, like I was showing you before, the paper, it really changes. So it actually makes it a little easier because it's not exactly the same, but nope. Let's see. This has never been first. I try to make it so that, like, for the wreath, okay, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So it's in one of each lines. First, second, third, no. First, fourth, third, fifth, second, okay. Second, fifth, first, fourth, third, okay. And then this third, fourth, second, third. See, it's never the fifth. So we got those close to each other, but maybe, okay, that looks good. All right, now the numbers. I did want to share with you these little cute little containers that I've got here. I had the dies in and everything. It comes in this little box and there's a whole bunch of them. And so anytime I like the little mini alphabet, I just die cut the whole thing and then I put the rest in here. It does have labels that you can put on them, but I don't use those because they're going to be different all the time. But I'll have a link to this. I like it because it really holds things, little small things. You wouldn't be able to fit big stuff in there, but I like it. It works good like that. Okay, got a lot of numbers. All right. Okay. Okay, so typically, when you're doing projects like this, a lot of time you use the Mod Podge. I'm not using that on the drawers. On all the ones I've made, which I'm going to share one with you at the end of the video. I just didn't use it. I just used the multi-purpose, and it's flat and it sticks to it pretty good. And I didn't put Mod Podge on top of them. You might want to do that, but I don't really worry too much about that. So I just glue it on, and then I always put a block. I'll get a bigger block to put on there. This one's better. Okay. This is why I didn't put, this is the one I already had done, but I didn't put the pearls on there yet because I am putting a block on top of them. So this one is gonna, I'll just have to hold it down. Okay. Okay, I'm having a hard time getting, there we go. I've got glue everywhere. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So, jeez. There you go. That's where we're starting. So now I'm going to put all the rest on there, and we'll just go really fast for that part. Okay, I got them all glued on there. You could always switch these around if you don't like the way they look or whatever. I did that with the other ones I've made. So it's easy to do that because they're all the same. All right, so we're gonna put some pearls on the bows. These are the iridescent pearls. There's actually a stamp in the Light the Year that goes with that bow die, but I didn't want to stamp anything for this. Okay. All right. So now our bows have their pearls. All right, and of course you can't, there's glue on the back of that. I can't really stand it up because you can't see it, but isn't that cute? Isn't that pretty? I mean, actually it's not really cute. The other one I made is really cute, but this one is just really pretty. All right, so, Okay, so what I wanted was I wanted a Merry Christmas on the top of this. And, you know, with the dies that we have, the alphabet a la mode, I could, you know, I could die cut all the letters and make Merry Christmas. But I was like, but how do I get them to stand up? So when this is standing up, you see the Merry Christmas. So I just started working on it using scrap paper, and I came up with how to do it. Okay, so just move this off to the side for a second. Okay, so what I got here is I've got a piece of, this is the thick, heavy, basic white. You want it to be heavy to be on top of this because it's going to be standing up. And this took me a lot of measuring and everything to figure it out. So you want it 7.5 by 11. So this is obviously 8.5 by 11. So we're doing 7.5, just basically cutting an inch off. Okay. All right. And then we're going to score it. And we're going to score it. I figured all this out too. 1 7/8. So right there. Okay, move my trimmer there. 1 7/8. Okay. And then 3 3/4. And then 5 5/8. 5 5/8. All right, so there's our 4 panels. Done with this. Okay. It doesn't matter which one, how you fold these down, because we're gonna put it all together. Okay. All right. So if you see, so I need to do this a little more. It's really thick paper. It doesn't fold as easily as your regular cardstock. So it makes like a triangle, see? Like this. So we're gonna glue this part to this part. It doesn't hang completely to the edge like that, but this is going on the bottom, so it will be okay. Mod Podge would work for this too, but I don't. I did use Mod Podge on something I'm gonna show you that goes on here. Okay, so that will be our bottom, so you won't see that line, but this is thick and it's gonna stand up. Okay, so what I did was I did die cut Merry Christmas with the alphabet a la mode dies, and I used Blueberry Bushel because this is all blue and green, and I put it on this piece of paper. Now, I wasn't going to do this during the video because this, to get it on there just right and everything, it takes some time. And I did do Mod Podge on the top of this because these are very thin letters and they can get, you know, you can, I had, you know, even on an adhesive sheet, you can put them down, but they can lift up. So I did just Mod Podge over the top of it. And this paper is the Winter Meadow paper. So it is 1 7/8 by 11 inches long. Okay. Let me make sure. See, it's going to go on the top of it like that. Okay. Okay. hope I can get it flat on there. It's hard because it's hollow in the middle, so it's hard to... All right, so there's our Merry Christmas. So all you're gonna see when it's on the top here, isn't that cute? All you're gonna see is that part and the back part. So I have another piece from the Winter Meadow, the same paper I used on the back there, and I'm just gonna glue it on the back here. I haven't trimmed it yet, but I'll just glue it on the back so that you just don't really see the white except in the center. All right, it needs to be 11 inches, it's 12. They are trees, so you want them to be where they're upright, not upside down. Okay, isn't that cute? I did try, I kept it over here. I did try to do the letters like where you use two different colors and you kind of glued them together so that they're both showing. But that was just, it was too much work, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it with one color. One color. All right. So I'm still gonna use this. The Mod Podge might work for that, but it would work, but I don't know, I don't feel like getting that out. Oh, this is running out. Isn't that cute? And of course, I'll have pictures and everything, but just something really cute. And like I said, you don't even have to actually use these or anything, but just to have them on display. And this is, you know, some of your non-traditional Christmas colors here. Lots of blue and green. I mean, not that both aren't used for Christmas, but it's just a little different. Okay. All right. So, ta-da, there's the Advent calendar, okay? So, I will have kits available for this. The kits will not include the actual wood Advent thing. You have to buy that on your own. But everything else will be included. I will have all the die cuts for you. I will have the paper, the paper for the back. I would have those cut. I will not have the circle punch in them. You would have to do that yourself. And I would give you a sheet of the numbers too. So it would be on basic white, and then you, with whatever you want to punch it or die cut it with, 3/4 circles what I use, but so you'll get the sheet of the numbers, but they won't be punched out yet. So I haven't figured all that out yet, but there will be a kit for that. So now I'm going to show you another one. Let's see this over here. This is the first one I made. Isn't that cute? This is with this Snowy Days, Snowy Wonder, whatever it is, with the paper, with some of the die cuts. There's die cuts, I think, from other things too in here. I have it all written down, but the numbers, because the alphabet a la mode numbers are really big, and they don't really, for this for this Advent one, for this, because I have another one that I'm going to do a video on probably next week. It's different. It's not the same size or anything. And the alphabet a la mode numbers do work for that one. But for this one, they don't. So the numbers that I have on here are the Playful Alphabet. Or what is it called? I think it's Playful Alphabet. Well, I don't have it around here. But it is retired. It retired several years ago, but I kept it because I usually keep some of the alphabet ones, not as much as I used to. I used to keep them when my kids were younger and they were doing science fair projects and stuff like that. And I was making their invitations for their birthday parties or something like that. I always kept the alphabet, die cuts and stuff like that, just to figure that all out. But I kept the Playful Alphabet myself. Is it Playful? Okay, yes, it is the Playful Alphabet. So I still had it. So I just used that for the numbers on this one. So, and you can see it's got some ribbon up here. And then I haven't glued it on yet, but with the Take a Bow dies. Isn't that cute? This would be really cute for little kids. So anyway, so I will have a kit for this too. I only have like 6 of these and maybe 6 of these. And so they will include all the die cuts. These are the penguins that are from the paper. And so they don't coordinate with the die cut, but I fussy cut them. And the numbers and all that, except for obviously the Advent, and I'm not punching the holes for you. You got to do that yourself. But so these are the same size, and so just lots of options. I mean, I've looked at my other stuff, and it's like there's just so many different papers and stuff in the mini catalog and everything that you could do this with, and it would look so good. So you can see this one, I did not paint it. I painted this one white. I did not paint this one, and I like the way it looks like that. I think it sets it off. It would look good white too, but I thought it looked good on its own like that. So you don't have to color them. Okay, so that's my 2 Advent calendars. I will work on doing the kits for those, and then, like I said, next week I will show you my other Advent calendar, which is behind me, which I'm so excited about. So if you got any questions, let me know. Hope everybody has a great day. See ya.